Time now for our AFOS Shootout. Yes, man against machine. And quite literally, first off, because we've got the drivers coming up. But the top cyclist in Asia, Fauzan Ahmed, decided he wanted part of this. There he is, the 24-year-old, wearing the Tiger jersey to denote that he is the national champion. Getting a running start, getting up to about 25-30k. As he heads down the main straight, he's going to take on, yes, an F430 GT3 Ferrari. Will he make it? Who will accelerate fastest over the 60 metres? The Ferrari, standing start, just stepping into the line. Disappointment for the 24-year-old, but just proving that machine's still quicker than man at the moment, cyclist or no cyclist. Now, back to the cars. We've got the Proton R3 Neo, Festival Of at the wheel. We've also got the Formula BMW, Fahmi Ilyas, the young E-Rain driver from Malaysia. We've got the V6, AFOS Shootout of Singapore, that will go last. And of course, the Ferrari, driven by Pierre Rajin, one of the mechanics for the Modena Motorsport team, John Chen's car. Ollie Hall sending them off. And as you know, as I'm sure you've seen before, the idea is to send the slower car off first, and that of course is the Proton R3 Neo by Festival Of. And if you set them off at intervals, which you know the lap times for qualifying in previous races, then they should finish roughly at the same time. Off goes the BMW, and the illustration, and the Ferrari not far behind, which is interesting, because you'd expect a little more time before the Ferrari took off. And meanwhile, the V6 is still sat on the grid. Now, the Neo is halfway around the circuit. It's a minute 20 slower per lap. And still it waits. Away goes now the green flag for the V6. So AFOS Shootout with his work cut out. The former BMW is going strong, still ahead. Now into turn one goes the V6 Asia. And this just illustrates all facets of the Asian Festival of Speed, the different cars, the different categories, and the different chances for the youngsters coming up the ladder of motorsport to try different forms of motorsport on the way up, hopefully, to be the next Formula One star, following in the footsteps of Alex Young, Narain Karthikeyan, and many other graduates, Karun Chandok of the Asian Festival of Speed. So, continuing on, the Neo still has the advantage, Formula BMW catching up. The youngster, Fahmi Ilyas, being pushed hard, I'm sure, by the Ferrari. On board with the Ferrari down the back straight. Now this is where it's going to get tight. The V6 is moving on, past turn 9, turn 10, it's gone through, and it's catching quickly. Coming up to the last corner, first two already through it, but here comes the Ferrari, here comes the V6, right there with him. There's the BMW in front, there's the Neo to the line, it's tight, it's going to be close. And at the line, the V6 just makes it ahead of the Ferrari, who does get ahead of the BMW. Great racing. Let's hear from David Sonninger.